Okay. I think. Cool. We're live. Cool. I'm trying a new streaming software today. We're trying to do a simulcast to both Facebook and YouTube. So thanks for hanging with us as we get started. Welcome again to a Lunch and Learn live stream with Jon and Jamie. And today we're going to be playing. Today we're going to be playing one of the very first games ever made for Blinks.
Two of the first games?
The two first games, I lied. So we're going to play the very first two games, the ones that we launched our Kickstarter with. And yeah, I think Jamie might be better at one of these. I might be better at the other. We'll see how it plays out. So the games that we're going to be playing are still from the core set. So if you have the core set at home, this is the one to break out. The games we're going to be playing today are Mortals and Fracture. And let's see. I think maybe we'll start with Fracture, and then
Okay. That was the very first game anyway.
yeah, we'll start in order of game invention. So let's see.
How many books for Fracture? I forget.
Hey Lee, we're both doing well.
Thanks.
We're hanging in.
Yeah.
I hope everybody's at home staying safe and healthy. It is a crazy time. So, but yeah, thanks so much. This is definitely a good way to pass the time and kind of a nice breather from everything going on. Let's see. Oh, you can see the water stain on there. The camera is revealing that our dinner table has water stains.
Is it 12 for Fracture?
Yeah, so 2 people. So Fracture is a game for 2 to 6. Oh.
I think you have 2 of these.
I have 2 widgets. Let me go grab a Fracture. Jane, you take entertainment.
Uh-oh. Ernie, help. We're going to wait for Jon, because he explains things a lot better than I do. You can see some of the games here. He's back.
All right, so this one, oh, and actually, I'll do this. Let's see. Like that. So grab your Fracture tile, hold it down until it goes all crazy blue.
About 6 seconds.
About 3.
About 3 seconds.
And then when we introduce it, it'll find all its neighbors and teach them. One thing actually somebody pointed out to me just yesterday that I thought was interesting was our sense of time is really bad. And like most people don't know what 6 seconds feels like. And so I'm like starting when I'm showing people how to load them now instead of letting them know the number of seconds. I'm just like, this is just what to look for.
Smart. Just wait till it turns blue.
All right. So in Fracture, we start with 12 blinks, and we're going to play 2-player. So Jamie's going to take 5, and I'll take 5. And we're going to play this with 2 teams and then a shared resource in the middle. So what color do you want to be?
I'm going to be... green.
Awesome. So in Fracture, the way you change the territory color is by double tapping, and we'll make them really nice, and that looks pretty different on screen, right?
Maybe purple will be extra pretty. That's pretty different.
Okay, yeah. So there's 6 different colors in Fracture. There's a lot of variety there, and also colorblind friendly palettes. So let's see.
The goal of Fracture, I guess you could tell it you.
Yeah. So in the beginning of Fracture, we start out with our teams totally segregated. all the orange are touching orange, all the green are touching green.
If you have more than 2 players, you don't need these 2 in the center. You just all are going to be your respective colors.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're playing with 4 players, you'd each just have your own color.
Mm-hmm.
The shared territory here, maybe we'll cover that at the end.
Okay.
So the goal of the game is to get your piece touching only other color pieces. So if I am orange, so if my orange piece is touching only greens, it will celebrate, and you can see kind of a little sparkle there to show that it's happy. If it's touching only one piece, it's lonely, so it's not going to be happy. If it's touching a purple and a green, that's none of its own color and at least 2, so it's going to celebrate and show that it's happy. The way to win in this game is to get all of your pieces in a happy state first. The way you move in Fracture, actually I should let Jamie show. So the way you move in Fracture
is by fracturing the board, and you can do that any way. You can just do one piece, or in my case,
one piece.
One piece. Just go like that, and then reattach it somewhere. But I'm going to make a different move. I'm going to fracture multiple pieces, and that can be anywhere from here, but I'm going to go right here. So fracture that.
Awesome. Is that your move?
That's my move.
All right, so I'm going to similarly fracture, and like that. So I said the goal was to get your color all touching only other colors. The purple ones are a shared territory, so for either of us to win, we also have to have that territory celebrating. Oh, nice. Okay. And this one's not celebrating out here because
it's only touching one.
All right.
It's sad.
That's so sad. Okay. Yeah. All right, so I've got 1, 2, 3 happy, and green's got none at the moment. That's sweet. Lisa's having the stream to watch helps.
Oh, nice. I'm just really bad at this game.
Fracture's got really, really simple rules. The game designers of Fracture are Celia Pierce and M. Laserwalker, and along with some other game design students that were there for the initial inception. And it's...
So now only one green is happy and one orange is happy.
Ooh, defensive play.
Oh, shoot. I just realized I did not do a defensive play.
No?
Porque...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jamie helped me out here. But now I need to find a spot that I can reconnect this without...
Which I see. I don't think you do.
Jamie sees it. You don't see it if I go here or here. So I'm just going to go here. Okay. So I've got 3 happy. If anybody at home saw it, you could send me a message. Ooh. Okay. So we both only have 1 happy. Let's see. I feel like this is probably a pretty good move for me. got 2 happy, but I feel like my setup's pretty strong. Let's see. I think I set up the stream to properly. Cool. Yeah. Ooh. I've got none happy now. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that. The first time I played Fracture, I brought it over to a friend's dinner party. No? That allows, as long as you can slide it into or out of place, you just have to get it to. Oh, that's a pretty.
Does it? Does
I
that
think I'd allow that. I'd say on our home rules, that's a pretty neat looking fracture. Okay. So I gotta get. A lot of back and forth here.
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, I need to be careful. That's a good move for you.
That's okay.
I'll do that.
Ouch. Shoot.
Fracture is one of our most kind of chess-like games. I actually expected this to be a pretty quick game. You want the geometry to not work that way. All but one, right? You've got all of yours celebrating except one. Let's see. After 10 minutes, they just
go to although sleep. Yours is pretty. I just set you up to win pretty easily.
I think as long as I can find a spot to put this.
There's a lot of spots to put that one. Or there's 2.
2 spots.
Yeah. All right.
GG.
Fine. GG.
Well played. So that's Fracture. What do you think, Jamie, in a post-game analysis?
I think that it's a good game. Oh, this particular game?
Yeah. Like, what did you?
I think
what was your strategy?
I started going when I was playing defensive. When you both play defensively, it goes a long time. I tried to play more offensively, but that's where I lost.
So, did you start out with a defensive strategy, and then? Yeah, I noticed a lot of the times I felt like.
I was trying to block you more in the beginning. And then I started playing more offensively, which did get me in a good position. But then I wasn't paying attention to you anymore, so it got me in a bad position.
You almost won at the end. I felt like I stayed with a mostly offensive strategy, but there was one time that I think I played a and actually towards the
I
end.
thought you were more offensive at the beginning, which is why I was more defensive in the beginning.
Ah. So that's Fracture. To reset gameplay. Thanks, Lee. Awesome.
Thanks.
Lee, have you played Fracture with 2-player or when we started, Fracture was actually just a 3-player game. And then the 2-player shared territory version was a creation during the Move 38 summer internship, and it was it was just like, oh, this makes it actually a really fun competitive 2-player game, which is always nice. It's a little bit easier to find an opponent rather than 2 opponents.
Yeah, I do like 3 better, but it still is fun with 2.
So should we do load up Mortals? I think timing wise, we'll load up Mortals, and then maybe we'll maybe if we have time, we'll do one more game of Fracture.
Cool.
All right.
I'm gonna snack because it's technically a lunch and learn.
That's true. What are we gonna eat for lunch on Thursday?
We'll find out on Thursday.
Maybe I'll make sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
My latest obsession has been grilling portobellos. Lee, then you're gonna have to. We're gonna be. This is exciting news for streamers tuning in that are still waiting on their blinks. We have inventory of blinks arrived at the shipment center this week. All orders are being uploaded today. So all of the final packs that we need to fulfill for our Kickstarter are going out, and then there's limited inventory available at getblinks.com or move38.com, which I guess I can throw here in the comments real quickly. There we go. Cool. And yeah, we also have a whole bunch of developer kits that Jamie and I'll be posting on our Instagram, assembled and shipped out on Monday. So developer kits are going to be shipping out as well. All right, so Mortals. Mortals is typically played with 6 pieces, so we'll start there, but maybe we'll
add some to make it.
Yeah, I'm just going to put these ones to sleep. We'll sleep or hold. I always just say just hold them until they go to sleep. All right, so Jamie's going to be team green. And the way you switch teams is...
I forget.
So double-click starts the game, and holding down a piece changes it from purple to green.
I'll be green again.
Cool. So the goal of the game in Mortals is to be the last living mortal. And let's see. So to do that, each mortal has 60 seconds to live. So when I double click the mortals, they all start off full brightness. And they have 60 seconds to live because all six lights inside are lit up. And after 10 seconds, you could see they all lost 1 pip of light. And so since each piece only has 60 seconds to live and you can see them counting down in real time, the only way to live longer is if you travel alone, it goes into attack mode. And when you reattach, it steals 5 seconds of life from each of the ones you attach to. So if I'd moved here, I'd steal 5 seconds. If I move here, it steals 10 seconds. And because I keep stealing from them, it's going to kill them off. When they die, they become zombies, and zombies accelerate the death of their neighbors, oftentimes creating more zombies. And so in this game, purple is the last living one. So I win. Good game. Some other pieces to know about Mortals is when you're in attack mode, it's kind of like you just gave yourself an adrenaline rush. So in the middle of a move, you can't simply leave your piece off because you are dying twice as fast when you are in attack mode.
I did not know.
So that prevents you from just leaving your piece out here and being like, that's
just waiting for the other person to die.
Exactly. So you're rewarded for moving quicker.
And then same thing, you can fracture more than one if you want to move. However, when you are moving in groups, you don't steal life. You only steal life if you're alone.
True. So later in the game, it's pretty helpful to throw zombies, but I think you'll see we'll probably play a quick 5 games or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it goes by pretty quick.
Lee says, our sleeper hold reminds of Vulcans. Awesome. I feel like, I feel like it only seemed natural. I didn't want blinks to have like an on and off switch. I feel like it's actually one of the most satisfying things at the end of the game. It's just
very intentional.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you want to start off? I always like to have the person who moves first double click to start the game.
Okay.
Solid move for 10 seconds. I'm going to take 10 as well. Ooh, 5-second move. I can only move here. I'm going to steal from myself as well. Oh, although I should have taken from here. Oh, trapped. Okay, I'll get this guy out. Gonna go there. Gonna kill my own guy. Zombie on the board. Oh, good move. Shoot.
It's gonna move to the same position.
Can't go to the, but now I'm trapped in. Smart. Oh,
I should have doubled down on that one instead of.
I think I got you.
I think you do too.
Barely. GG.
GG. I know, new strategy.
New strategy? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's play a few and then we'll talk about our strategies.
Mm-hmm.
I have a strategy that I've been using for a while, and you definitely stopped me in my tracks.
You won, so I'll have to go first.
All right. Oof. Okay. Oh. I like those 15-second steals. Even when I steal from myself, I feel like it's just such a huge boost. Right here. Oh, interesting. Trapping that guy.
Shit.
Oh, interesting. So I'm trapped in there.
See, I know your strategy, and I fell for it again.
GG.
Mm-hmm.
One more?
Mm-hmm.
I also like the longest you can play a game of Mortals is roughly like 2 minutes, because every piece only lives for 60 seconds. Ooh. Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay. I think Jamie just trapped my strongest piece. But not anymore. Okay, once again. Oh!
Mm-hmm. I know your strategy now.
GG. 2-1. Lee says, great job with the stream. Thanks, Lee. Awesome.
Thanks for joining, Lee.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, one more.
Sure.
Do you want to play 3v3 or do you want to throw some more mortals into the mix?
I'll go 3v3.
Okay.
You can go first this time.
I feel like it's rare to open differently, although actually now I have thought of a different opening. Oof, God, piece is loaded. It's not a great move, but at least I trapped Jamie's piece that had so much life in it. Okay, I'll get that out of there. Oh, smart. Oh. I think he had that one. Wow. Once again. 2-2.
2-2.
GG.
GG.
Lee says, thanks, Jamie, for taking time out to stream. I know.
Yeah.
I'm like the luckiest person ever, so. By the way, if you didn't join our last stream, Jamie's my partner, life partner, not business partner. And
I know nothing about computers.
she knows nothing about computers. She knows nothing Jon Snow. And she's a dentist, and right now that's one of the most high-risk positions you could be in. And so,
if you're practicing.
If you're practicing, so Jamie's on call for emergencies, but luckily they're doing
shifts.
Mm-hmm. So
not on this week's shift.
So I get her at home to myself, and yeah. So Tuesdays and Thursdays while Jamie's home, I get a play partner. All right, 2-2.
Yep.
Or did you just go up? No, it's 2-2.
2-2.
Okay.
This one wins it all.
This one's for the cake.
This one's for the cake.
All right, Lee. Who do you think's gonna take this one? I feel like there's some favoritism here. I don't know. I know who I'm rooting for. Myself. Okay, ready?
Yes.
I get to go first?
Yes.
That was an intimidation move right there. Start the clock and then just wait. I'm trying out a new strategy on my first move. I went in and went for 15 seconds right out of the gates. We'll see how that pays off. Oh, yeah, that's totally set you up on that. Oh, interesting. Preventing me from loading that up. Smart.
I'm so sorry.
Wow. I think if I trap that guy in, do I have enough? Oh, you might be able to out. GG.
GG.
All right. So, Fracture Champion.
Either way, it's cool.
Mortals Champion. Might just edge it, and totally did. Jamie, so let's talk strategy real quickly, and then we'll wrap for lunchtime stream, and you can join us next week or this week, Thursday, next week, Tuesday and Thursday. And it's probably now also a good time to plug that we're going to be sharing the 12 games that are shipping right now. This next week, we're getting out the next batch. On April 29th, we're going to be launching a Kickstarter for the next 6 games. And so we'll be previewing games that are going to be coming out. And
Jen is
cool.
okay watching here is more fun than on Facebook. Nice.
Oh, awesome. Oh, I wonder if on Facebook I'm not seeing the messages come through yet. Ah. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm learning how to use this software, but I think we'll be able to see the comments come in on both soon. Um, but yeah, so we've got another Kickstarter coming up, and this time, since we've got all the hardware figured out and ready to ship, people are going to be able to get the next our full library of 18 games coming up. So keep on the lookout for that. Strategy. Let's talk Mortal strategy.
I think I don't want to give too much away. Does it make it less fun for other people when they know other people's strategy?
I feel like maybe we'll put in, this is a spoiler alert, if you don't like to, I think there's always gamer guides out for teaching strategy, and I feel like you can opt into learning some strategy by watching, or just kind of plug ears.
Nice.
Oh, awesome. Jonas, you're right in the queue. Yours is going out at the end of this week, so I'm excited. You'll get your first blinks first. So let's see. So I'll share my initial strategies. I've got two.
Okay.
My first strategy is to load up life on a single mortal, since I only need one mortal to be living at the end. Oh, cool. Nice. Thanks, Lee. They're on their way. I'm really excited for everybody to have them for playing at home.
Yeah, it's the perfect time to play with them. It's made our lives a lot better here. We fight a lot less in person, and we take it out on the board.
Yeah, mostly mortals fights. So that's my first strategy, is to load up one mortal.
Get one really strong one.
I feel like I should name my strategies. I'll call that one I Am Spartacus.
I noticed that after the second game, and that is when I started doing something very similar. I started using the same strategy, essentially.
Oh, cool. So we were both trying to load up.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that you would just try to keep one super strong and go,
So my own strategy being used against me lost. What happened at least from my perspective, is on the ones that I lost, and I could be wrong about this, but I think that Jamie was being mindful of which my strongest player was, and was trapping that mortal in, so I couldn't steal life on my next move with that mortal.
Yeah, because the thing is, if I want to move this piece, I can't move it singly, because you have to break the board. You can't just pull it out. So yeah, the other player's strongest piece, you want to try to trap it so they can't move it to get more life.
You also made a couple of moves that I haven't seen before, which I thought was cool, which is, usually I won't move the board like this until the end of gameplay, when I get to put zombies on somebody.
Oh, and I didn't think about it till the very end about using zombies, because I did put one of my on the last game I almost lost because I put one of my strongest player, and then I put it next to one of mine and yours that were both dying, but I realized as soon as they died that my strongest player was next to two zombies, and at the very end I was like, oh, I didn't think to use the zombies until I saw that happening. Right. But yeah.
But similarly, like early in to your to your credit, one of your moves, you kind of moved and rotated and you just trapped me in, and I was like, oh, it seems like an opportunity for you to still gain life. But I think you preventing me from being able to move my strongest piece was worth more than you taking life at that moment. So that was pretty cool. I'm gonna just wake these up, because I think what we should give everybody is
a bigger board.
I think so.
Okay. I've never played with 6 before.
So we can
put it at any
angle. Because this isn't an official, but I think that's kind of cool.
That's cool. I'll take it.
Okay. Does it allow? I think so.
It does if I go like this.
Right. Dropping into that. Some people play that move's legal.
Some people play that's not legal.
Yeah.
Because to take out of that, you're not allowed to.
Right.
Because
so
it's too hard.
Right. So since it's not symmetric, being able to go into or out of.
I guess we should say we won't choose it.
Okay. All right.
Make it symmetrical. You can't pull out of a place with 4 and you can't go in.
I like that. Home rules. You heard it here.
We'll say I may regret it.
All right. You want to start us off, Jamie?
Yep.
So this one's our final game of Mortals for the stream. Once again, check them out at getblinks.com. And subscribe down below if you haven't already. Ooh, interesting. Okay. There's so much here. Oh, okay.
And I do have a question.
Yeah.
Can your mortal have more than 60 seconds?
Yes.
Or will it max out at 60?
The maximum amount of life your mortal can have is 90 seconds.
90, okay. Because at that point, you don't want to keep getting life in a strong one if it's going to mean... I don't know.
Uh-oh. Zombies. Oh, jeez. Oh, you're totally gonna get this one.
You're paying attention, but I was only paying attention to that one spot.
Awesome.
You're going all over the board. I was like, I hope he doesn't notice. I'm just staying here.
Did you just look? And you were just asking, you're like, how much life can I load up on this one?
Yeah, that's why. Because once they're all filled, you're just like, is it worth it to steal life if I already have 60, or is it not worth it?
Yeah. It's that was awesome. Cool. That was a total massacre at the end. That was a ton of fun.
I enjoyed it.
Well, I think we'll wrap on that. That was a ton of fun. Maybe we'll start playing Mortals with 12 instead of 6. It's been recommended before, and I feel like 6
is actually pretty fun with 6. You could even do with like between 3 and 6.
Right. Yeah, you could play 4v4. Cool.
Have 3 players if you have 12.
So we only have 2 team colors.
Yeah, do you do more than 2 teams?
That's actually, I can, it's a worthwhile, Mega Mortals. Yeah,
No.
totally. It's a worthwhile thing to bring up is when I started making Mortals, there were initially 4 team colors.
Mm-hmm.
When shipping, I narrowed it down to 2. But it's an open source game, and the change to the code to make it a 3-player, 4-player, 6-player game is a 1-line edit. And so if you have a developer kit, you can open up the bottom of any one of the blinks, but what I would do is open up the bottom of my Mortals blink, and underneath we've been watching a lot of Westworld. This is like going into the brain's Blink's brain, and right underneath the battery there's a little programmer port, and you can reprogram your Mortals blink to play for more players, and once again, just switching teams is that long press. Looking forward to seeing you all on Thursday, and thanks so much for joining us for our Blinks Lunch live stream. And actually, I didn't do this. There we go. So thanks again, and subscribe down below and notifications. And can't wait to ship you all your blinks. It's actually happening this week. So yeah,
I saw it with my own eyes.
And packed them with their own hands and gloves. So, see you soon.